What would happen if we turned Bronny James into an NBA superstar and gave him his own team? Now, for this challenge, we're going to trade Bronny to the Brooklyn Nets. There is no clear-cut starting point guard there, so this is the perfect opportunity to turn him into a star. Now, Bronny will share the backcourt with the 6th overall pick in the 2026 draft by the Brooklyn Nets, Mikal Brown Jr., and Michael Porter Jr., Julius Randle, and Day'Ron Sharpe will round out the frontcourt. And in Bronny's first NBA start, he played 39 minutes, got 7 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal with 4 turnovers. His first start did result in a loss, but again, it was only his first game. Let's simulate the next 20 and see how Bronny James and the Brooklyn Nets are doing. Now, the team as a whole is not bad at all. They're a 500 team in the first 20 games of the season. But Bronny himself could do better. He's only averaging 9.4 points per game despite playing the most minutes on the team. In fact, that's the 8th highest scoring average on the team. Not great, but he is averaging the most assists on the team with 5.4. So I guess we have something to work off of. Now, after simulating the rest of his first season as a starting point guard, Bronny had his fair share of ups and downs, like any young point guard would. But to take a look at the updated stats after 82 games, it actually went down. He went from 9.4 points per game to 8.3, and from 5.4 assists down to 4.7. But the Brooklyn Nets as a whole didn't do too bad. They got in as the 8th seed, playing through the play-in tournament, but ultimately got swept in the first round by the New York Knicks. But during the offseason, Bronny made a decent jump, going from a 77 overall to an 80 overall. But the real jump I want to focus on is Mikal Brown Jr. He went from an 83 overall to a 90 overall. But the biggest move of the offseason came when the Nets landed all-star big man Karl Anthony Towns. He fits seamlessly into the starting lineup, filling the team's biggest need at center. And with the emergence of Bronny and Mikal Brown Jr., this team is going to contend right away. In fact, the following season, the Nets secured the #1 seed with winning 60 games in the regular season. They swept their way through the Eastern Conference and setting up an NBA Finals showdown with the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Nets did lose in 6, but this isn't a Brooklyn Nets rebuild video, it's a Bronny James experiment video. And in his second season as the starting point guard, he didn't improve much at all. He went from 8.3 points per game to 8.7, from 3 rebounds flat to 3.4, and from 4.7 assists down to 4.5. However, Mikal Brown Jr. continued his emergence and averaged 25.5 points per game. Well, Bronny clearly didn't show the improvement we were hoping for in his first 2 seasons as a starting point guard. And I think it's safe to say 2K didn't really believe in him. But what do you think? Should we even give him another shot?